So would you mind talking about the Kirigami wheelchair and the principle behind that?
Kirigami is an engineering and design process. Most people are familiar with origami, which is folding of paper into different shapes. Kirigami is cutting and folding flat materials into 3D shapes. And Kirigami engineering is using cutting and folding engineering materials like metals or cloths or composites to make flat materials cut and folded and make 3D shapes. I first learned about this from the automotive and the aircraft industry. Aircraft use it to make panels and floor panels and things like this to make them extremely strong and extremely light. And automotive tends to use them to help design like crumple zones for when you get it to absorb energy in an accident, for example. One of the problems in wheelchairs is that most of them are made with tubes that are cut, bent, and then machined and then welded together, which reduces a lot of the ability to do customization. They're fairly expensive and time-consuming processes. And then you typically need a lot of different materials, so different size tubes and maybe different types of materials like between aluminum and titanium, sometimes composite, sometimes steel. I thought about this and thought this really would be cool if Kirigami could be used. Then you could create a process which we have filed for a patent for that basically is this Kirigami wheelchair design process. And the idea is that if you don't need a lot of complex equipment, high skill to put these together, then you can make really good wheelchairs. It might actually be something like an IKEA kit, not literally IKEA, but that concept that you could actually get the pieces and the tools in a kit and instructions and assemble it yourself. I'm not sure that's the avenue to go down yet, but the cool thing is that we're making an everyday wheelchair. We make sort of a sports everyday wheelchair, that we're making a rugby wheelchair, a tennis wheelchair, a basketball wheelchair, and even a Nordic ski. And that's cool because it's really, you get your dimensions, you tell us what you want to do, we run it through the software, it scales the design to you. The process is pretty much the same. And because we use these flexible manufacturing techniques like laser cutting and computer numerically controlled press brake, that you don't need a lot of tools. Those tools are flexible and they don't care whether it's making a rugby chair, an everyday chair, a racing chair, whatever. You can have a very mixed line with all custom products. Or if you're doing it for like a fleet, like a hospital or something like that, where you just want some standard sizes, you can run those standard sizes right along the line with custom sizes.